you learned so far, what are the examples you learned so far, data is always coming from the single table. Like what here you have a tables. Okay, you have a tables that is always coming from the single table. Either you are reading from the employee table, student table, yes, you are have a table. So these are all the tables you have got it, correct? So you go and check out your tables. So we have a lot of tables, more customer table, employee table. So at the right, when you are writing a select statement, from you are always having a single table. You are reading from the student table. Okay, just mathematical. Okay, the data is always you are getting from the student tables, or I need to check my database. I have to use my database name. So I'm going to get the data from the single table student. I am always getting a data from the student, either from the student table, either from the employee table. All the examples you learned so far, the data is coming from your single table, always be coming from the one table. But let's understand what happens if we keep all the data in a single table. What is the process of dividing it into and what we do? Imagine, imagine this is, I'll take a very simple example. Okay, you have a student information, student table. You have a student table. Student table has what it will have ID and the name. Okay. And he might be appearing for, he might be, see, students can attend five subjects in a classes. Okay. Five subjects in a classes maximum, such as SQL, AWS, Python, Snowflake. Okay. Then would be something like AWS. Okay. Other than this, you can have something Unix. So these are the five subjects they wanted to learn. Example, student number one. My name is Vinay. I am going to appearing for the subject. And what is the score? I got it. I have both the details. What is the subject? Probably this is my subjects. I am going to have it. Correct. So this is my five subjects. I am going to have it. So my details will be repeating. Okay. And I have a different score for each of them. Like maybe I got 67, 88, some numbers I got it. Okay. Maybe I got another student, Prajwal. Okay, Prajwal. He also got five subjects. Maybe he got different scores. He also got five subjects. Okay. And I have a student. Okay. Prajwal, I have. Along this, probably I have, along this, I have also have student phone number or an email, both I will have it. Okay. Insert and I have an email of the first student and the phone number of the student. Phone number of the student. Okay. So email is Vinay at something like tcs.com. Okay. I write it. And here Prajwal at gmail.com. So what you see here in front of you, what is happening? Lot of data is getting duplicate. I am keeping all the data. The phone number is 1234, 12345. This is going to repeat for five times. How many subjects I have? This information is going to repeat for five times. Maybe this guy has phone number, something like this. This is also going to repeat for so many times. How many times will be repeating? This is for one student and remaining is for the second student. How many times you have a different subject? So many times data. So is it a good database to keep data in this format? Yeah, you can have everything in one place. But what is you see in front of you is data is getting duplicated and redundant. See, this data is entire thing. The student name, email and phone number is getting duplicated and redundant. It is repeating multiple times. Correct. Visual data is repeating multiple times. So that's the reason we do not see. This is called denormalized data. That means I'm not normalized. I'm keeping all the data in a single table. Okay, this is a problem. What is the problem? If you keep every data in a single table, you lead into duplicacy and the redundancy. The data is getting duplicated here, correct? So that's the reason. What is the best way to do this? The best way is to do this. This data will be splitted into multiple tables. This is called a denormalized. This is called not. This is a denormalized table. I'm not a normalized. I'm keeping everything in single table. This data will be. This data can be split into multiple tables to avoid the duplicacy. How we can do it is I'm going to have a two tables. I'm going to have a two tables. One is your student table. Second in your subject or score or whatever it is, subject table. Okay, let's see how the data looks like. Okay. In my student table, I'm going to keep only my student information. I'm going to keep it my student information. Like what are the different students I have? I have only two different students. One is this guy and other one is the virtual. Okay, another one is the virtual. Okay, now, okay, got it. This is your, okay, why are here I'm not duplicating anything. I am just keeping my student table. It has only the student information. What will subject will have? Subject will have a subject information such as subject ID, SUB ID. I'm calling it a subject ID and the subject. What are the different subjects I have? Subject ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will have a 5 subjects. Okay. I will have a 5 subjects. Got it. Now here also there is no duplicacy. Do you see any duplicacy is there between these tables? Like in the table, student table, or you see any duplicacy? No. In the student table also, do you see any duplicacy? There is no duplicacy. Okay. So there are two tables have been created. What I have done? I splitted the table. I split the table into multiple tables. One is a student table and subject table. Sir, how they link each other now? How they link each other? Very simple. This process, what I'm doing, I'm splitting the single. Can you hear me, guys? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes,
This
sir.
process, normalization is very, very important. Very common inter question. What is a normalization? Normalization is a process of splitting the data into multiple tables. Did I split it into multiple tables? Yes, I splitted the single table into multiple tables to avoid redundancy and the duplicacy. Sir, now you can tell me, sir, how these tables are interconnected. For this purpose, I'm going to create one more transient table or one more transaction table, student marks. Okay, student marks. How they are connected to each other? It will have its own ID. See, please remember something we talked about all of you understood your primary keys and the foreign keys. What is the primary key? What is the primary key? Primary key is the one, it uniquely
Unique
identify the
and
record.
non.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is
it's the
unique.
it doesn't
duplicate.
contain any known null and duplicate.
ಬೇರೆ ತರ್ತೀನಿ. Yeah, it cannot be null and it cannot be duplicate. Here, both the tables having their own primary key. Here, this is your primary key. In the employee table, sorry, in the student table, you can have a student. SID is your SID. Just for your reference, I'll keep it. SID, S underscore ID is a student ID. That is your primary key. In the subject table, subject ID is your primary key. Please ensure that every table maintain one of the primary key. I'm going to call it as here student marks ID. I just have simply an ID. Every table has to have the primary key. I'm going to have it. So here I will have maintaining the student ID 1, and what is the subject ID? Subject ID 1, and what is the marks? What is the marks I got here? I'm going to have the marks here. Okay. So what we'll have next? Student number 1, subject ID 2. What is meaning subject ID 2? You can see here subject ID 2 is AWS, that is 6. Like this, I am going to maintain the third table, that is maintaining a transaction data. I have two master tables are there. What are the two master tables? One is a student table and one is your subject table. So here it is a running number. The primary keys, they never get duplicated. I will have it. Now there is some duplicacy, but what level of duplicate? Only ID columns are getting duplicated, but not all the columns are getting duplicated. Now what I'm going to have? Student number 1, student number 1, subject number 1, student number 2, subject number 2, student number 2, subject number 3. Like that, I can have 5 subject for even for the student number 2 also. Clear what I have done? They have the score, can have his own score, whatever we have. Now, please understand, let me know if you are following or not. Following, following. Okay, very good. So what I've done, see, if you have this data here, a lot of data is getting duplicated. This is called redundant or a duplicacy. In the real world, we never try to keep all the data in your single table. We try to split the data into multiple tables. That process is called normalization. We have different levels of normalization. I will explain. In the first normal form is the table must be having a primary key. Do you have a primary key in the table? Yes. The student ID is a primary key. Okay, and the table should contain only related columns. See, for subject, does not matter for us. So for the student does not matter having the subject information. So I'm keeping only this table will have only the student table and this will have your subject table. So these are connected using the third table called that will be called student marks. So in this table, how they connected each other? What is the relation among these three tables? These two tables are independent. There is no relation among these two tables. Do there is any relation between subject and student table? There is no
No.
relation. So what is the relation between the student and the student marks table? How they related each other? Using the subject student ID. And what about the subject and the student marks? We have the relation using the subject ID and the student ID. See here, I can connect, I can connect subject, I can connect student to the student marks using the student ID. I can connect subjects to the student marks using the subject. This is the relationship among these two. What is these two columns are called? These are called foreign keys,
Foreign.
correct? Yes,
Right.
they are referring to the. So I'm going to teach you that primary key, foreign key one more time. Let's we do it later. As of now, this is your now. Now, I wanted to know the student name. I wanted to know the student like this. I want an output. I need a final output in this form. I able to get in a single table. If I say select start from the student table, what you get? Hmm? If you write a select start from student table, you get a student information. If you say select star from the subject table, you get the subject information. If you say select star from the student marks, then you only get an IDs. But what about your data? So that's the reason. If I need an output data from the multiple tables, how many tables are being used in this condition? These
Three
three
columns.
columns are coming from the student table. This column is coming from the subject table. This score is coming from your student mass table. Joins is the process of extracting the data from the more than one table. As I was talking about in the beginning of the class, most of your examples you learned so far, most of all the examples you learned so far, it has a data coming from the single table because as of now, there is no point of normalization. Here, everything is dependent. This can be divided into two tables. One can be using you can split into job employee salary. What employee salary can contain? Employee salary contain the salary plus commission. What are the other components you can have? But it is kind of a normalized table. You doesn't have any repeat. Do you have any repetition in this table? Anything is getting duplicated? Never. Not repeated anything. Okay. So this table is in normalized form. Alappa, why you are unmuting? Keep quiet. So this is the process of data is getting splitted into multiple tables because of the normalization. Very important definition. Two things you need to understand today. What is a normalization? What is normalization? The process of splitting the single table into multiple tables to avoid duplicacy is called normalization. So when the data is due to the data has been put across the multiple tables, we use the joins techniques to extract the data from the multiple tables. Okay, I will also come back to this example later on. But before that, I'm going to start with a very simple table called employee table and the department table. We'll understand. Okay. So look at here. This is the data we are going to learn today. Okay. So there are 14, there are, there are, there are how many employees we have totally? 16 employees we have. Okay, look at here. Each of has belongs to different department. Department 10, 20, 30, and 40. And this is your department table. So to join these two tables, first what happened is I'm going to create a department table. Department has a four department. Department number 10. Department number 20, 30, and the 40. You just go to the any of your companies. First, a department will be there. HR department, transportation department, IT department, admin department, correct? Then for that particular department, employees will be assigned. Employee will be work. I am the HR. I am going to work for the HR department. For that purpose, first we will have a department. For each of these department, different employees will be assigned to work. Like that, we have a 4 different departments, 10, 20, and 40. 10 is in accounting, 20 is a research, 30 is a sales, and 40 is an operations. What happens if we keep everything here? Data get duplicated. That's the reason I have split data into 2 tables. Employee has the employee information. Department has a department information. Look at here. There are 14 employees we have. 14 employees we have. They are belongs to the different departments. See, different means this guy clerk is a manager. 10 belongs to department number 10. So example, I wanted to know which is the department name Miller and King are working. These guys are working. What you do? How do you find the location? Sorry, department name of these 2 guys. Example, King. What is the department name of a King?
Table.
No, what is the department name of the King?
10.
10 is a
Yes,
department
sir.
number. I want to know the department name.
Accounting.
Something.
Accounting.
Accounting.
What you did, you use a relation to identify the data across the tables. What you did, you went to here, this record, you find the department number 10, and what you did humanly, you scanned, you went here, and you found that, yes, for this department number 10, accounting is the department name. Assume that if there is no relation among these 2 tables, will you be able to find information about the details? Never. So this why is called a relational database management system where tables are related each other. Otherwise, they become independent table. You will not able to bring any relationship. How the relationship is built using the primary key and the foreign key. This topic I'm going to talk about it all the constraint one more time in the next class. As of now, try to understand these tables are connected using the primary key and the foreign key. To join the tables, you must have to join these 2 tables. You must have a relation. This is what is the relation column? Department number is a relation column. If department number is not present, you will not able to relate these 2 tables. They become independent tables. You cannot. So here, look at here. There are 2 employees. They do not belongs to any of the department. Is it possible or not? This kind of a data? It is possible. You just joined the company. You are not been assigned to the any department. You are just kept on bench. There is no project has been given to you. You are on the bench. That's why you doesn't have your department number. Remaining all other 14 members, they have got a project, they got to the department. There is a possibility that there is a department has just started, no employees are been assigned. Example, look at here 40 is an operation. For this department, no employees are working. Look at here, all the employees either working for 10, 20, and 30. None of the employees are belongs to department number 40. Clear? There are 3 different set of data you can see here. People work for one of the department. People working for one of the department. People are not working for any of the department. Department have multiple employees. Example, for each department, I can have multiple employees are working. Agree with me or not? See, for department 30, there are so many employees are working. Correct? Sales, these are all the people are working for the sales. And there is also possibility department for them no people are working because as of now it is just started. I doesn't have any employees are working. Clear about this data structure? What is the record set I have? Clear?
Sir, your
Okay.
voice has some disturbance.
I am very clear. Is it problem for everyone? Same thing.
No, sir.
No, sir.
You
sir.
can place.
No, sir.
I am in a very quiet place. I will internet is stable. Maybe you have to rejoin. Someone has that. They have to rejoin. Okay. Okay. So there is this data. This table has 4 different data. People are working for one of the department. Some people does not work for any department. A department have multiple employees. A department does not have any employees. So now we have 2 tables. One is on the left side, you have an employee table. On the right side, you have a department table. To join these two, why should I join the table? This table, let's understand very simple example I wanted to give. Okay, this is we are, what is the class number now? 15, 16,
16.
15.
16, huh?
15, sir. 15, 15.
15,
15,
15,
15.
15.
15, sir.
15. Class number 15. We have another 10, 15, 10 to 12 classes there to learn SQL. Very learn. Good. Okay, then we have class number 15, day 14th, Jan, April. Okay. Let's understand very important concept you are learning today. It is very important. If it doesn't know the joins, it doesn't know the SQL. That's it. Okay. Now, if I say select star from the employee table, if I say select star from the employee table, will I able to see the department information, like what is the department name is working, location is working? Never possible, because this data, this information is not present in your employee table. It could be kept in employee table, but I all clearly mentioned we do not keep all the data. This is a data set. You can visualize what happened if you keep a department information in the employee table is this department information will be keep repeating. See, this is going to be repeating. I don't know, like, yeah. See, look at here. I'm going to keep all the data in a single table. What will happen? I'm keeping the employee information and the department information in a single table. How many times department information is getting repeated? You can see here department data is getting repeated or redundant. That's the reason what I have done. I split the data into two tables. One is your employee table, other one is your department table. So here department table has a department information, employee table has an employee information. Here I adding a column called department number in the employee table that tells me that this employee belongs to which department. So can you also tell this table has any duplicacy and redundancy? It has or not? It has or not? There is a
Yes, sir.
duplicacy. It has a duplicacy on the department number alone. But if you do not keep the data in the normalization, multiple columns will be getting duplicated. But what you are getting duplicated, only the one column is getting duplicated.
Okay.
That's the reason we split the data into multiple tables. Now, to join these two tables, why you need to join the tables? Very important concept now. Why we should join the tables? We should join the tables to get data from the multiple tables. Join is technique to extract data from multiple tables. Whenever you wanted to extract the data from the multiple tables, we are using the joins, not joins. It is a joins. Example, best example is I want to know the employee name. I want to know the job details. I wanted to know the department name and I wanted to know the location. Here data is coming from the two different tables. First two columns are coming from the employee. These two columns are coming from this table, employee table, and these two columns are coming from the department table. I have not kept the data in a single table to extract. I am kept in the different tables. I need to join these two tables to get an output in a single table. Otherwise, if you select on the employee table, you get only employee details. If you query department details, you get only the department details. But whenever you wanted to get an output in a single record, in output in a single select statement, not record, in a single select statement, you must be using the concept called join. Got it? To join, very important concept. To join, you must be having a relation among the tables. Otherwise, you will not able to join. It is humanly impossible to join the tables where you doesn't have a relation. Do you have any relation among these tables? No, because employee table is an independent table, department table is independent. If I ask you what is the department name of Smith, will you able to explain? You are not able to explain because there is no relation. Okay, how these tables are related to each other, that we talk about using the primary keys and the foreign keys. Today concept is just to understand how to extract this data from the multiple tables using the joins. Let's understand that. Okay, so any question here, please? Anyone? Okay, to create these tables in your SQL Server, I have found a database website where you have your script is ready. You can just run this. You will be able to get this. I'm going to also give this in your chat. You can use a chat window. You can also, I'll keep it in your notes so that you can also copy paste. For your reference, I'm keeping it here chat. I'm using the ready-made script. It is also already has creating in a table, and it is going to create. This is going to create your employee table. Oh, it is not able to copy. Oh, it is unable to copy. Hmm. Hold on, let me take any of the MySQL. Oracle. Yeah, anyway, it is works in both the things, does not matter. I use okay, DDL. Okay. I use the same thing. I'm going to copy these tables first. What I'm going to do, I'm going to copy my tables first. First, I need to create a table. I'm going to create your department table first. So let's go back and run in your. Somebody is using Oracle Live SQL. That's also works. Another, don't worry about it. It will works in both the way. This I'm going to run it. Number, you don't have a number. You don't. Okay. You have a numeric or integer int. I'm just changing the script for SQL Server and I have it. Okay. Okay. Department number. Okay. Now I'm going to run this table successfully. How to now I'm going to keep this data for your reference. What I have done, I just created a department table. Department does not have any records. What I'm going to do next? I'm going to create your employee table. I'm going to create your employee table. Okay. So again, I need to make an adjustments because it doesn't have a number here. It has a numeric and it does not support varchar 2. It is a varchar. Okay. Number, I just say it is an integer. Okay. Int 4. Okay. Then number, this is what you have to use for this float. Okay. Whenever you have decimals, use a float. Department number is a number type. I'm going to use it as number type. Okay. This has your primary key references to the department. Why you are getting this error? Here on this. Cannot specify column data type int. Cannot specify column with the data type int.
Employee
Why?
number int of
Sorry.
4.
Int 4,0.
Print.
Only int.
No,
Int.
what I to print.
Only integer.
Only int.
Okay. Mhm. We want to specify the numeric. You can specify the numeric. That's fine. Float also it does not allow. Why? Float you have to say float is you have to use a numeric. 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 Hmm? Numeric.
Yes.
Okay. 7,2. Department number is your, what is the department number I have? I used here int. Okay. Now let's see this. Already name. Okay. I already have a table called employee table. Let me drop that. Okay. Run this. You can now run the employee table. It will run this. Table is created. I have both the tables as created myself. Next, what you have to do? Next, we need
Inserting
to,
the values.
yes, now we have to load the data using the insert command. Probably have a script for that. Yes, insert into department. I'll use this. It is going to insert 4 record for the department table. 4 records are inserted. Let me go and check out whether you have a department data or not. Select start from the department table. Yes, there are 4 records we have created, just like I showed in Excel sheet. You got your 4 records. Now what we should do, we should also load the employee table. I'm going to copy the employee tables record script. I'm going to run it. Getting difficult to copy. Come here. Just hold on. I'll just make it ready. Okay, values. Okay. Just copy this and run in your SQL server. You get all the. Just run it. Not recognize function name. To data. Oh. To date function is your Oracle. What is the equivalent function you have?
Add date
Format.
for date.
Format. This is a format. Let's see it works. I just run only this command first. Come on. It's having error. Invalid argument passed. What is the format you have to use here? Three M's.
Capital.
Date. Huh?
The capital M,
Capital M.
Capital.
Cap
2 M's or 3 M's?
2 M's.
3 M's
Yes.
or 3.
Invalid number of arguments. What happened, guys? Data type argument. Why? Select. Let's do the select. Format of this one into the date, correct? Whenever you're getting this error, just try to debug this. This is how you need to understand. Argue varchar is not allowed. What is that meaning? As a format of.
Month will be 2 digits. And
MM.
What is this error? Argument data type char is invalid format. Am I having right format, na?
add date.
Huh? Wait, hold on. SQL Server script. I have it here directly. I can specify. Let me specify without this format and I say here. I don't know why it is not getting. Fail to convert. Hold on. Let's understand first you should have, okay, got it. See, format is convert your date into string. Okay, what I'm trying to do in my example, I'm converting string into date, correct? That is not a format. What is format does? Formats converts your date into a given string, correct? Alva, clear? So I need to specify here. I need to specify there is another string function, SQL Server function to convert string to date. String to date. Okay. Cast. Okay. This function I should have choose. Okay. Informed you how to use it. Okay. Cast is there. There is this function I forgot to teach you. Don't worry. I will teach. Okay. Wherever we have this cast as data. And hold on. Select cast. This is your string. This is a string. What the string I have? This is something. I have it April 2025 as date. As data, just as date. As date, okay. So this is, see, please try to understand there are two things are there. Cast I will teach tomorrow, don't worry. What is format does? Anyone clearly explain me what is format does? What is format, like what is your format does?
Gives the required format of the data.
Convert, okay, convert date into given date into
Or
different format I wanted to be. It converts date into string. Converted into that is your string. It is going to be converted. Like example, you have a get date that you need to convert it into in this format like YYYMM. So this is converts your date into string in this format. But reverse of it is, so do you have a to-char function in Oracle? What do we use the to-char function? Convert a date into string. You remember that? Yesterday's class.
yes.
So we have other reverse function is toDate. toDate is convert string into given date format. Okay, this is something a toDate function. I'm explaining tomorrow or after the join classes. For equivalent of toDate, we have a cast. What is cast does? Cast convert string into dates. So in SQL Server, you should use cast. Okay, let me bring that script, but I'm not able to get the script. I don't want to waste the time now. I wanted to need an employee table script, but it is not allowing to copy. Hold on, I will just use. It is all it has is okay. Let me use GitHub. From there, able to get it. Okay. So this is where we have. I'm going to copy it. This is your employee table. Let's copy this and let's see it works or not. I run only one first and see it is working. Now I just run the remaining as well. All the records are got inserted. Okay. So please remember this. I'm going to teach you. I told I will teach the cast function and we'll compare how it works. Okay. So cast function we'll learn. This we find it out cast in SQL Server. Okay. So you have a tables now. What are the tables? Two tables you created. You have an employee table and the department table. Now employee table has a 14 records. Look at here, they have created a 14 records and department has. This is exactly what we have done is create a table like this. I wanted to have two more employees. Their department does not employ, belongs to any department. Okay. Can I also have such data? I'm going to have these two data. Example here. I'm going to have something like 888. I'm saying Vinay. Okay, Vinay. Let it be manager. This will be joining and department number is there. No, I'm going to make it as null. That means he is not belongs to any of the department. Okay. Okay. Let me have one more employee, such employee. So 999, 999. I'm just keep it in as here. Vinay and Srinivas. Yes, I'm going to make this same as Srinivas. Okay, Srinivas also does not have any employee ID. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make it as a null. Okay, let's run these two records also along with your remaining 14 records. Let's see. Now, how many records you have a total? Total 14 records plus 2 records. Total is having employees, having a department, and 2 employees, they not belongs to any department. Okay, clear? This data I prepared for you. And department has a 4 records, 10, 20, and 30, 40. Employees has 14 records. They having all the departments, and the 2 employees does not have any departments. Clear this data now? I copied in your notebook. You can use and run this. There will not be an error. Okay. New 2 records without departments. I've kept a null for them. Okay. Clear, guys? Any question here as of now? Sorry, I missed out to teach you the cast function. I will teach. Okay. Now come back here. Now I need to know this information I wanted to. What are the information I wanted to know? I wanted to get the employee and their department information. If I now go back and say select start from EMP, I get only the employee information. If I say select star from the department, it is going to. But I need to combine these two tables. Why you should combine the two tables in a single select statement? I need an employee name, the job of the employee, and the salary of the employee, D name of the employee, department name. Where is the department name? Department name column in which table? Department name is in department table, and also the location of the employee from employee. Will it work or not? It will work. Will it work or not?
No, sir.
It will not work because there is a department name and location. We do not have these two columns. Sorry, I do not have these two columns in your employee table. This table is present in our department table. That's the reason. That's the reason what I should going to do. I'm saying joining with department table. How we need to join? What is the relation among these two tables? What is the relation among these two tables? Relation is based on the
Department number.
on.
Department
How to join
Department
is
number.
emp dot department number is equal to d dot department number. Let's run this. Not found. D dot
Parenthesis.
not parenthesis. Why on department number? DPT number integer, correct? DPT. Why? Oh, no, sorry. DPT. DPT. Okay. You get in a single output now. Okay, I'll teach you what was the error later. I understood what was it. So now I'm going to repeat one more time. Please understand this. I have what are the required columns I have listed in my select statement. Few are coming from my employee table. These three columns are coming from the employee table, and these two columns are coming from the department table. You need to specify from the employee table. You do not have all the columns in the employee table. That's the reason you are saying, please join the employee table with an department table. Then you need to specify how to join. You should tell how to join. How to join? You need to join these two tables on. Who is your on? Employee dot DPT number is equal to DPT dot DPT number. Now run it, get your answers. Got it? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions, guys? Very important concept. If you don't understand, let me know. I'll repeat it, but it is very, very important. Got it? Okay. Now back here. But thing is, you are not seeing the two employees. Are you seeing Vinay and Srinivas? We entered that doesn't have any departments. You see these two records are coming or not in your output? Are you seeing this data is coming? This data is not coming. Why? There's something called here. This is called equi-join or inner join. Okay, this concept is called inner join or an equi-join. Okay, both are same, inner join or equi-join. Okay, let me try this one. It will work here. Inner join. Yeah, both are same. If you join by default, it inner. What is the meaning of an inner join or equi-join? Try to understand it. Okay. How the joining works is very, very important concept. Listen carefully. Okay. What I have done is I joined these two tables. Employee and the department. What happened? You know that it is going to get the first record and it is going to match. There is, see, this you need to understand very, very careful. I'm using the two words here called left table and the right table. In this example, join the table left side of join is called left table. What is the left table in my example? What is the table on the left side?
Employee table.
Okay. The table that is on the right side of the table, right side of the join is called as an right table. What is an example here? We have an department.
Department table.
Okay, this is very, very important. You need to understand what is the left side table and the right side table. Now, first it is take a record from the left side table. Okay, it takes a first record from the employee table. That is your left table. And trying to match because you said how to join these two tables. You give the joining condition very clearly here. Please try to join on the employee number, sorry, department number of the employee table to the department number of the department table. Department number. Okay, it is try to match. It is try to match the department number from employee for every record on the department table. Wherever it is getting matched, that output will be given. So this clerk, department 10 matches. For him, it is given clerk, manager's this and also it is going to give a accounting and the newer. Okay, it is going to match for every record, But when it comes to here, what happened? These two guys does not have any departments. Are you fine with you? We intentionally put a null for the departments. We put the null values. These two records will not match with any of the department because for them, I don't know the department information because they have been just joined. That's the reason. What I'm going to do, I get them left. So those records do not see in your output. Why? Because I used by default is called your inner join. Inner joining is nothing but equi-join. What equi-join gives? Equi-join gives only the matched records. Please understand, I'm using one more word called matched records. What is a matching records? Wherever the relation exists among the two tables is called as a matched records. How many matched records are there? These are all called matched records, and this one is called unmatched records. Among the 16 records, 14 employees having a department tables. For them, I can find the corresponding department information. For these two employees, I do not find any corresponding information. That's the reason these are called unmatched records. Are you seeing unmatched records in your output? No,
No.
because inner join is your equi-join. Inner join gives only the matched record from the both the tables. Okay, clear? Any question about it? Anyone? Okay. This is very important concept. 1 week I'm going to teach you only the joins, guys, because most of you are going to be Snowflake developers. Most of you going for your ETL and your database developers. It is very, very important. You should have very, very strong knowledge of the joins. If you doesn't know the joins, the whole thing is waste. Got it? Use of wherever you have a question, please ask me. Use of alias in SQL. So instead of saying employee department name again and again here, instead of EMP table is there, no, I am going to shortcut it as an E table. At department table, I'm going to call that a D table. Wherever I'm going to use any employee table, I'm going to make it E table. Wherever I'm going to call it D table. What is this called? These are called use of table aliases. You already know all of your column aliases. I can also use the column aliases. Example, this I called as an employee salary. This is called what? This is called your column aliases. I also
Column
use your
alias.
table aliases. Wherever I have an employee table, I'm going to call it as an E table. Wherever I have a department, I'm going to call it as a D table. Let's see why I'm using that way, because I wanted to make my SQL shorter. Otherwise, I need to specify EMP dot department number, department dot department. Rather than that, I'm going to make a use of very simpler way is I'm using an alias. Any question here, please? No question? Okay. If you know question, I'll move further. It's very interesting topic and also confusing topic. Okay. Now,
Excuse me, sir.
Sure.
yes.
Sir, in beginning, creating tables, both tables you creating beginning. So that's will something you'll write in constraints.
Yeah, we'll
One,
learn that. I record a given constraints. I have watched the recordings and constraints.
yes,
I
sir,
given
but
three
you will something
recordings
you'll write
multiple times.
something you'll write
Huh?
relations
Yes, sir.
between two.
We have a relation between two tables here. References constraint.
Yeah, sir. Can you explain, please?
This recordings I have given. Please, you can watch those recordings. I given the constraint recordings. I have not covered there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please watch it because that takes 3 hours.
Okay, okay.
If I start explaining the constraint, it takes 3 hours. Did you not watch that constraint classes?
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm asking. You are my student. Who is that? Kalapana.
Yeah, sir. Yes.
Did you not watch that recording?
I watched, sir, but little bit confusion, sir. Relation,
Tomorrow, what I
relating
do
that.
is I'll create a table. This example I'll create and I'll explain that. Okay.
Okay,
Today,
sir.
this one you created now. This table
Okay.
I'll create tomorrow. Okay,
Okay,
where you
sir.
use a primary key foreign keys and we'll see this data. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Fine. Okay, fine. Okay, then. Now, any questions about your inner join? Inner join gives only the match record. Very, very important. Only the match records from both the tables. Unmatched records will not be given because matching condition is failed. These are called match records. Three important things I'm teaching you at a time. One is your left table, right table, matched records, unmatched records. This is very clear about you, all of you. Next one is I've talked about use of an alias in a select statement. I can alias your column names. Also, you can alias your table names. When you use an alias, going forward, you must use alias only. If you run employee table, you give an error because you made it an alias already. Going forward, I'm going to call employee table as an e table. Okay, it's getting an error. When you use an alias, must and should use an alias only. Okay, this you have to remember. Okay, now one more important concept is department number is there in which table? Where is your department number? In front of you have both the tables. Where is your department
Both
number? In both the
What table your
tables.
department?
You have a department number in the both the table. I'm asking you in my query. Okay, think like a human. Don't think like an SQL. I'm asking you to get the department number in the query. From which table you are going to get it? From which table you're going to get it? You are getting confusion, yes? You are getting confusion. Why should employee? Why not department? Is there any difference? You are getting a department number either from these tables. For this record, clerk, if I get a department number from this table or this table, does not make any difference. 10 is a 10, correct? Department is a 10. But you are also getting confusion that I should get from the employee table or get it from the department table. Like that, SQL is also getting in confusion called as ambiguity. Look at here, ambiguous column name called department. What is the meaning? Hey boy, I'm getting confusion. I'm getting confusion. I have the same column name in the both the tables. I'm not able to understand from where I need to get it. This is gets an error called ambiguity error. Ambiguity is confusion. When it has a confusion, when same column present in both the table. Okay, that is included in your select statement, correct? In your select statement. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, better I make it very clear to the SQL. Boy, do not get confusion. Better, I'm going to tell from where you need to look by specifying the table name itself. I'm going to say get from the E table. Okay. How we can resolve? It can be ambiguity can be resolved. Ambiguous can be resolved. How?
By
Resolved
mentioning the
by
table.
giving the table name. By using table name. So I can here since I use alias, I'm specifying all. If you're not using an alias, what we should do? We need to
EMP.
specify EMP full name. That's the reason we are making very shortcuts. Wherever you have a table, usually we write with an alias names when you are writing the joins. Now this guy will not have any ambiguity. It will bring the data clear. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Left join. Okay, now my output is I'm not able to see in my output is I'm not able to get all the employees because for few of the employees there is no department number exist. Those are not coming in my table. Vinay and Srinivas, there are 16 employees are there. Only I'm getting the 14. These 14 records are called what? These 14 records are called matched records. Matched records matching in the both the tables you're getting. But I wanted to get unmatched data. What are the unmatched data? There are two sets of unmatched data you have. You can see in the diagram you have two unmatched sets. What are the two unmatched sets? Why I'm calling it as unmatched? Anyone?
Because they don't have
Don't have
Yeah,
department
employees does not have any departments. Otherwise, department also does not any employees. Correct. The 40 does not have any employees. Look at here, employees are belongs to only department 10, 20, and 30. Nowhere, no employees can or belongs to department 40. Either they are working for 10, 20, 30, or they doesn't have. But one of the department called 40 does not have any employee. There are two sets of unmatched data. One is on your left table, two are in your left table. Why I'm calling as a left table? This is my joining condition. The table on the left side is a left table. The table on the right side is a right table. There are two records on the left tables. They are unmatched. Okay. I want matched left table, left join. What is the definition of join? Very important. Left join. See, attend any interview, these concepts are asked. Without this, no interview will be finished. 100%. This is the mandatory interview question. What are the joins? What is the normalization? What are the different type of joins? Okay, and difference between inner join and the left join. These four questions, even I take an interview, I always ask. Okay, what is the left join? Left join is gives match records. Okay, gives match. How do you get a match records? What join you use to match records? Inner join plus unmatched records from left table. That's the reason instead of inner join, I'm going to say left join. What is going to do? How many records will come now? How many records will come? 14 from the 14 from the inner join, correct? Did you understand that inner records? Hello, guys.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Say yes, at least, no?
Yes, sir.
Where it is coming from? Inner join plus two unmatched records. I'm writing so much of information. Respect my time, at least. Please say it, react to that. Okay, now, how many records you're expecting? 14 plus 2. 2 are getting output. Vinay and also VC. In the inner join, are you getting the inner join? Are in an inner join, you're getting only the matched records. You're getting only the 14 records. Since I use a left join, what is the meaning of a left join is bring everything from the left table. In the other word, bring matched, okay, and unmatched data from left table. Okay, this is what happens. Gives a 14 matched record from the inner join plus unmatched record from the left table. What is an output? 14 your inner join plus 2 from your unmatched records, getting 6. Important thing is you need to, any question here before I move on?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Important thing is for me is all of you need to understand what is the department information for these two employees. Anyone? What is the see? I got this employee information in my output. See here, this is matched. That's why I have a matched records, two unmatched records. What will be the department information for these two employees that doesn't have any departments?
Null.
No, sir.
We don't know. That's the reason.
Null.
Null will be there. Very good. See, whenever you don't know, you have to say null. That's it. In Oracle or SQL, whenever you have no information, that you call to be null. See, that's the reason. All the columns related to right table columns are null. What are the right table columns in your example? In this example, right table columns. What are the right table
Department
columns?
number.
DNAME and location.
Department name and department
In the
number.
left join, it is very important concept. In left join, right table right table columns
Null.
values are null. Very important concept. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. This is very important concept. You should know. Now, all of you clear? Now I ask you very simple. I want only these two record. What is it? Only these two record means I doesn't want in SQL command answer. I need a business statement. No. This unmatched is your SQL command, SQL statement. I want a normal business statement. For me, business statement is looking something like find an employee doesn't have departments. Is it correct? Find an
Yes, sir.
employee that doesn't have departments. Correct.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, or if you wanted to put in a SQL context, find the records, they are not present in the department table, or find an employee's unmatched record from them. Or how do you find those only, how do you get this only two records? I need only these two records. What we should do?
Outer join.
See, first to talk about what join I'm talking. Why you saying outer join? You already in front of you have, I need only these two records. See, you have a record from that, you wanted to get only limited records. What is the, what we do?
Your department number
Department
is null.
number is
We
null.
need to
Yeah.
filter, very good. We need to filter.
And
You need to filter, very good concept. I'll show you guys. I have a new, I had a fish pond. Yesterday there is 7, 8 small kids has born. I'm looking at them. There's parents only, they try to eat. Okay, I'm just rushing the class because I need to separate these, otherwise they are going to kill them. So I will show you after the class. I will send you the picture. Okay, and these guys are killing the own kids. Okay. Anyway, what we should do, I need only the unmatched record from the right table. You need to filter any of the column from the right table for the value called null, where the name is null. How many records you get now?
Records.
Only
Two.
two. This is the very common interview question. How do you get an uncommon record from the left table? What we have to do, whenever you wanted to find unmatched records, you need only the unmatched record from the left table. What we should use? First step is we need to use the left join. Why we should use the left join? It is going to bring all the data matched as well as unmatched data from left table. After you getting a left join, you need to filter for right table columns values for null. Why? I told in the left join, right table columns values are null. Why? You need to think logically because these two dies doesn't have a department. That's the reason all the department column information will be in null. I need to find only those two records. They are not belongs to any department. This is your SQL. Any question, guys?
Nothing, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Same way, I wanted to know what happens if I use instead of this, okay, instead of left join, look at the diagram for a minute. Okay. If I use right join, how many records you get? How
4.
many records you get? No.
No,
Why?
no, sir. 15, sir.
14 alva, sir.
14,
14
sir.
ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು match records. So,
13, sir.
how many are there extra records in the department table that is unmatched?
15,
sir.
sir. 1 next.
14 plus
One.
1. 14 plus 1, you get a 15. And for this department number 40, what are the employee information? It will be null. See, 40 has been included. Okay, instead of E department, I'm going to call it D department. At least I get a department number 40. For this department number 40, you doesn't have any employees. What is your 14 records are coming from where?
Matched.
Match
That is
record.
your inner join. What is right join? Inner join plus any unmatched records, from right
Right.
table. Okay. In this example, whatever written for left. So now very important thing you need to understand not if in right table, what is the value for left table columns, unmatched records?
Employee.
Okay, this is a written very wrong statement. In left join, unmatched data for unmatched records. Okay, right table columns values will be null. Same thing here, reverse of it. What will be there? In right join,
Columns.
unmatched
uh,
records for
Left.
left table, what will happen?
be null.
Left values will be null. Okay, clear? Now,
Sir.
same concept you want to apply. Find a department does not have any employees. What we should, how to filter?
Where?
Any of the left table column values will be null, where E name is null.
Null.
That's it. This is a very common question they will ask. Find a match records. Find only the records in the left table. Find the records only in the right table. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Confusion, conclusion.
Yes, sir. Conclusion.
Now let's go to the other one. Someone was talking about full join. What is the meaning of a full join? Full join is a combination of inner plus right plus left. That's it. How many records will come if you use the inner join? Now, sorry, full join.
17.
14 plus 2
17, sir.
plus 1. You know what is the
Plus
meaning of
1.
14? 14 is coming from your inner join, 2 from your left join, 1 from your left. Okay.
One
So
from right
let's
side.
same SQL, you convert that into your, okay, right join. Is there the full join? This is output of your what join? Inner join. This is
Inner
output of what join? Left join.
left
This is
join.
output of your right join.
Right side.
Got it. Right full join gives matched as well.
Match.
Unmatched records from both the tables or all the tables. Records from both tables. Clear?
Sir.
It is a combination of left, right, and four.
Inner join.
Okay. So this is your output. What you need to do for me is assignment. At least try and finish these classes today is very important. You should type. For me is understanding how to get the only the records in the right table, records in the left table. You should use this concept called is null concept. Did I use that? Explain to us very well. Is null. I ask you again in the right join. What will be the unmatched records left column values?
Job. Employee
No.
salary.
Left table columns. Left table column values for unmatched record. What will be there? Null values. Please understand on both the cases, unmatched records values will be having a null. Got it?
Yeah.
This statement, guys. This statement you need to remember. Properly, you should understand. In the left join, for unmatched records, right table column values will be null. Are you fine with this understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Gitanjali,
Yes, sir.
confusion, huh?
No, sir.
I'll stop it here. So try to see if possible, if you're able to get this data prepared for me. You need to create a student table, insert 5 records, subject with the 5 records, and this table, some records. So we try to join these 3 tables tomorrow. As of now, in example, you have only 2 tables, correct? We try to join 3 tables. Someone
Okay.
will able to prepare a script for me. That will greatly help. It save my time. Otherwise, I have to do it in the class. Martira. Okay. Fine then. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.